Welcome back to the channel. Me and the team have spent the last 12 weeks converting this standard 2-bed terrace house into a potential £30,000 a year income producing asset. I can't wait to show you around. Let's go. Now, if you can remember what the front looked like, it was a decking with a little fence at the front and the entrance was over there. It was all rotten underneath, so we ended up ripping it out. We could have put a fence in to save a little bit of money, but we wanted to just sort of future-proof the front and just forget about it. So we did this nice brick wall and it matches in with next door. It looks really nice. So we'll go inside. So first impressions as you walk in, we wanted to create a nice little feature. So when tenants do the first viewings, these are the first impressions that they see. Nice little feature wall with mirror, and we've put a little shoe storage bench in there just to utilise the space under the stairs, because it can be tricky to figure out what to do with that space. So we've utilised it well. Straight into the first room. This room was the former living room. Obviously now it's bedroom 1. So put the ensuite here as you've seen on the first video. So for viewings, we only normally dress one room, but for the photos, we do move the bedding round and dress every single room for the photos. So we'll just leave this here for all the viewings' sake. Nice little desk, plenty of storage, and in here is the meter box. We couldn't really do anything with the gas meter in terms of moving it. We've moved the electrical fuse board into the hallway, but that had to stay, so we've just sort of studied this out and made it into a wardrobe just to save on space. And if you remember from the first video as well, nice big shower tray. We've gone for a white, grey, two-tone combination with it. Towels, floor to ceiling around the shower area, and really nice fixtures as well. Frosted the windows for privacy as well. Now in the kitchen, we had to put a stud wall in here, because if you remember, that was all open to create a fire barrier, basically. And there wasn't before an outside door in the kitchen, but because you'll see in a second what we've had to do in this utility room, we've moved the door to there so all the occupants can have access to the rear. In terms of storage space, because 3 of the rooms have got kitchenettes, we've only opted for just a handful of wall units. And obviously you've got your washer dryer and fridge freezer in there, and 3 of the rooms have got their own fridges as well, so shouldn't be any arguments about nicking plates and nicking space in cupboards. Now I can't wait to show you how we've utilised the space in this former utility room / coal shed. The layout of all the internal walls that we had to take out was a bit of a nightmare. It also stepped down 2 steps, so come and have a look and see what we've done. It's fantastic. If you can remember from before, we had to open up this space. There was a wall here, and then there was an old outbuilding with a toilet in. This was an old coal shed that they stuck a flat roof on. The flat roof wasn't suitable at all. We had to sort of brace the roof and obviously insulate all this to make it building regs compliant. And then we used the soil pipe from the old toilet outbuilding to feed this ensuite. So we've been really lucky with regards to drainage, which can be a massive expense. So the ensuite is actually a really sizable offering, and the way we've done all the drainage and all the pipe work, it's worked out fantastically as well. And again, similar spec to the other one, floor to ceiling tiles, grey and white, 2-tone feature, decent sized shower tray, and the vanity unit as well. It's all looking really good. So with regard to the furniture, we actually got a company in who delivered all the furniture and they built it up as well. So it saved us loads of time, load of hassle. We can be cracking on, finishing up on other things, and we can be on to the next project. So that really helped us out. We did just go a little bit extra on the finishings. So as you remember, we planned out where all the feature lighting was going to go, for where the beds were going to go. Everything was pre-planned when we did the first fix. So we knew the layout, we knew where everything was going, and it just obviously makes the end product look 10 times better. We've gone for the slat feature wall, spent a little bit more, but it just catches the tenant eye. We can achieve a higher rent, better clientele with the higher finish. So it's worth spending a little bit more and just making it really pop. Fitting this kitchen in here as well. So this is like a little studio. It's amazing, really. We didn't end up putting cooking facilities in, just we didn't want the rooms, with especially the low ceiling in here, obviously smells accumulating and it being an issue over time. So with regards to facilities, you've got your microwave, mini fridge freezer, and a little sink as well. So they can have breakfast, they can wash dishes, they can wash cups, they can store the plates, keeps them out of the kitchen, and then obviously main cooking time, tea time, they can jump in the kitchen. It's literally just there as well. So I think this is probably one of the premium offerings that we've got for this property. It's ground floor, you can quickly exit at the back, you've got straight access to the kitchen, you've got no one surrounding you, no noise. These walls are 150mm insulation, studied out, and obviously ceiling as well. It's middle of summer, it's boiling outside, and it's actually quite cool in here. So this room is basically spec'd like a new build. So really chuffed with this one. We'll head upstairs. If you remember, we did drop the ceilings downstairs to allow for all the first fix wiring and first fix plumbing for all the en-suites. That obviously saved time massively. but we couldn't go too low because we were restricted on head height here. So we worked it in the best we could, but it's ended up saving us so much cost and labour on all the first fix for the plumbing and electrics. And if you remember as well, these stairs, all we've done literally is sanded them down and given them a paint because it was in good nick, so we didn't want to obviously spend money on a new staircase. So nice savings. I absolutely love this room. Now what we've managed to do is cut a dining table down just to get it obviously up against the wall, so we've got nice amount of space here. And then we've stuck 2 dining chairs in, so whoever comes in here can have a friend around, they can have tea together. It's like a lovely little self-contained apartment. So we are competing with the studio apartment market now with these high-end HMOs, so little touches like that, it can win tenants over on the viewings, which is great. Really good size kitchenette here as well. Same again downstairs, you've got your integrated microwaves. We are waiting on some white goods. We've got some kettles, toasters and everything, so they'll all be supplied as well. Again, fridge, freezer, just loads of amenity space for storage, for food, just to keep the tenants happy. Happy tenants stay, as you know, and happy tenants pay more. So we're ticking all the boxes. The ensuite in here, it's one of my favourite ensuites. So I didn't want to do the same tile pattern in every single bathroom. Being a bathroom fitter, I just thought, why not experiment a little bit? So we obviously fitted all the plumbing. Our company did all the tiling as well for all the bathrooms. We did all the first fix, radiators, second fix. Everything literally was done in-house by us. Again, massive bathroom, bigger than some bathrooms that you get actually main bathrooms in some terrace houses. Huge 1300 shower tray. And you've got the overhead drencher as well. It's really, really nice finish. We didn't drop the ceilings in here, as in upstairs, to save on cost. We didn't have to run any wires, obviously, within that void, because we could always run them through the loft. So it wouldn't have saved on any, obviously, costs for electrical and plumbing. So that's why we didn't do it. So it gives it that really nice feel of having these high ceilings in the room and in the en-suites as well. Spent a little bit more, obviously, tiling and plaster work, but I think the effect that it gives, it's worth it for me. So straight across a little landing into the 4th bedroom. Now, we've had HMOs before and we've had bunches of keys that get lost and tenants always lose them and it's really annoying. So what we've opted for on this one is a key safe code. It saves hassle for us, it saves hassle for the tenants. We haven't got to carry a million keys around. Obviously give the tenants the code at the end, reset it when they leave. So much easier. If you remember from some of the original videos of when we first got the keys, this room hasn't really changed in terms of size, but the bathroom that was here, we've just basically knocked it all through, created a kitchenette out of it, and then used the existing soil pipe and mains pipe work to fit straight onto the ensuite, which is what we've done here. So a little stud wall, knock that through, and it just works so well because it's created like a little cubby hole for the kitchenette and it just flows really nice. It's like a studio apartment, it's great. And if you remember this wall that was studded out in metal frame stud, we had the super quilt insulation. It's, again, a really cool room considering how hot it is outside, and it'll be a really warm room in winter. We've got a nice big radiator here, probably a bit overkill, but they won't be complaining about the rooms being too cold, which is good. And obviously you get, in these terrace houses, you get residual heat from either side, so usually they stay quite warm, even in winter. So obviously that's money saving for us. Now, as we're on the topic of heating, we've actually just done a viewing on one of my other HMOs. I went in, the thermostat was on 30 degrees in the middle of summer. It's hard to control that unless you've got a thermostat that you can control yourself as a landlord, because tenants don't really care. So what we've done in this one and what we're going to implement in the other HMOs as well is a lesson learned. Is a thermostat that we can regulate and set a maximum temperature on, so they can't go cranking it up to 30 midsummer. It'll cut out at say 21, 22, and it won't fall below say 18. So if it does get to 18, the heating will kick in. They also can boost it, but for a maximum of 2 hours, so they can't just turn the heating on and then go out for 5 hours and leave it on all day. So for us, we've had some big bills and we've had to obviously implement things into contracts that make the tenants pay out of their deposit for the heating that they use as extra, which we don't really like doing and we don't really like telling them because it's not a good selling point. So these thermostats should sort of smooth things out in that respect. We did spend a little bit more on good finishings and good furnishings. So we've got hardwood drawers and bedside tables. You know, the flat pack stuff can be quite flimsy. This wardrobe is flat pack and it did come with the company that came in and set it up, but in terms of quality, it's really good. So HMOs, they do get a lot of wear and tear, and we wanted to just sort of future-proof it with this one. Spend a little bit more while you can and while the property's empty, and then obviously mitigate repair costs in the future. So we're obviously learning as we go along, and we feel like we've got it right, but it's obviously just perfecting the strategy as well. So I'll just quickly show you in the ensuite. which was the former bathroom. So the former bathroom came basically to here. It wasn't very big. We just sort of rotated it round. Again, experimented with the colours. We've just gone for black fixtures in here and some white marble tiles. I think it looked really good. I'd actually probably have this kind of spec in my own home. It's really, really smart. So I'm sure the tenants are going to think the same thing when they come in. And obviously the contrast in black really pops against the white as well. So really, really happy with how it's come out. Again, decent sized shower tray, tiled floor to ceiling, no paint on walls, no maintenance, just tiled floor to ceiling, easy to wipe down, easy to clean on changeovers, and less maintenance, less hassle. So we've gone to a good spec for the area as well. In general, it's pretty much top spec. So there won't be much competition in terms of how far we've gone with the finishings. So it'll allow us to push for higher rents, and it'll allow us to potentially even break the barrier of what rents you can achieve for HMOs as well. There's a lot of friends of mine who are doing similar finishes to this, and we are sort of breaking the barrier for what you can achieve. Just pushing, higher and higher finishes on each project. Warrants better tenants, it warrants higher yields as well. So really great outcome. We've got some viewings booked in this week as well, so we're excited to share the numbers with you. Now, I've just been away for 2 weeks, but time on site for me and the team has been about 12 weeks in total. So for a project of this scale, I mean, we've got three kitchenettes, 1 kitchen, 4 main bathrooms. We've had all the structural work in the back as well. I think it's a really good turnaround. We can offer this service to yourself as well, and we can also find bespoke deals for yourself of this kind. We'll talk about numbers obviously when the valuation and the tenancy agreements are all sorted, but obviously the way that we've managed to create this number of livable spaces within this floor plan, you need quite a niche understanding of how you can do it with the room sizes and regulations. So there's a lot to consider. We can obviously provide this information for you if you want to get in touch with us. We might be able to have conversations about doing this for yourself in future. So I'll leave my email in the comments below and we can have a chat. So guys, after just 3 weeks of last showing you around, I can proudly say that the house is now fully tenanted and we're achieving a gross rent of £2,775 per calendar month. We're thrilled with this result, and it's cash flowing roughly £2,300 per calendar month after we, the landlord, have paid all the bills. Because as a HMO, it's bills included for the tenant, and the landlord takes on the gas, the electric, the water, and the council tax. So that equates to roughly £100 per room on average. So if we left the house unencumbered, we'd be doing about 2-3 a month, which is amazing gross profit per month. All in, so the purchase was 100, renovation was around 60 to 65, and the end value now is at £260,000, which is what the bank have put a market value on of this property. So we've had a unrealised profit of roughly £100,000, which we're over the moon with. It's been a 12-week renovation, 12-week transformation, and we've achieved a gross unrealised profit of £100,000 nearly for this deal. I couldn't be more happy, and based on the £260,000 valuation that the bank have deemed this house to be worth, we're going to pull out 75% of that amount. So the business will receive £195,000 in cash back that we can plough into the next deal. We've already got a 5-bed, all ensuite conversion that's going through now. That we're going to put that money straight into that one. And I'm doing a JV with another guy as well. We're going to do another 4-bed, all ensuite just like this. So we've got loads coming up the rest of the year. So stay tuned. Cash flow as well on this. After the mortgage payments and everything, we'll be looking around £1,100 to £1,200 per month, which is amazing. All the money out, all of our initial investments of £165,000 we're pulling out, and we're getting £30,000 on top as well, tax-free from the refinance. So mind-blowing numbers for such a relatively small and quick turnaround. A small deal and a 12-week turnaround, 100k gross profit, unrealised. It's amazing. I can't wait to show you the next one. We might even push the boat even more on the next one in terms of finish. And in terms of numbers, it's looking like another amazing deal. So if you want to do something similar, you want to get involved in property, reach out to me. We can orchestrate this type of deal for yourselves. We can deal source, we can do the renovation, we can guide you through the process. If you want to jump on a JV with me and you want to put some funds in one of our deals, we can talk about that. I'll leave my details in the pinned comment below, and I'll see you in the next video. Thank you.